watching so confusing. So sorry about that. I'm going to talk you through a model that is the 4 levels of listening. And this is something that comes from the theory U. But the model that I'll be talking about is a combination between the levels of listening of theory U from Otto Scharmer of MIT with Adam Kahane. Adam Kahane wrote the book Power and Love. And he wrote a book and different books about how to cooperate with difficult people. And in there, they have combined the different levels. So the cross, you might say, is here is about patterns from the past. And here, higher up, is emerging futures. Here is the parts. And here on this side is about the whole, like the whole system. So on this quadrant of reacting patterns from the past, this level of listening is the level of talking nice or staying polite. Talking nice. And this part is really about like downloading. This is the moment for me when I pick up my daughter from school. She has a lot to say, and we bike home, and I'm like, oh, really? I'm not really listening. I'm just downloading. I'm being polite. In Mandarin, it's like 从这边耳朵进去，从那边耳朵出来。I don't really want to listen. When it comes to listening, I'm actually in my own world. I'm not connecting with her in a way. I'm just picking her up. I'm in me. And I'm actually reenacting my habits. I'm not learning anything new. I'm not listening. Okay? Not really listening. And how does it look like? And Yuri has so kindly offered this, that how she demonstrated it to Ken. So imagine Yuri and I are talking. What does talking nice look like? It might look, imagine this is something I want to say to you, right? I want her to listen to me. Talking nice looks like this. Or even, she's not really listening. So that is talking nice. Okay? This part, the second quadrant, we say, pattern from the past, and then from the past, this one is talking tough. This is what happens a lot in meetings. You have a point of view. You want to bring it across to the other. That's why in the drawing, first make your points. You're just you. You're colored on the paper. You're not even connecting with others. Here, you're trying to bring your point across, but in a way, you're trying to do a way like, what is factual? Like you're trying to discover, I am part of my view, and the other is often the target. Why are you so different than me? And because your point of view is different than mine, I want you to be in a way convinced by me. It can also be more nuanced in the way that in talking talk or debating, you're trying to listen for the things that you may not know. And you're like, oh, okay, that's different. Or how's different about that? And how does it look like in listening? It's a little bit like this kind of energy. So this is talking talk. It's still like from the patterns from the past. It's nothing new yet. And it's also, these are not good or bad. Remember the 4-4 practice, it really depends on how you host yourself, how in the moment you are. Because if we're not an empty bowl in a way, we tend to grab to the things we know, patterns from the past. And sometimes talking talk also has a function that you want to discover. You're like, that's why I was trying to like making points to other colors. Okay? Then it comes to this part of when you're listening to parts from the emerging futures, this is reflective dialogue. So from here, you're really asking questions, you're reflecting. The other is not the object, is not the enemy, is not the one that is different. The other is you. You're also another human being. And with you, I am empathizing with what is the me in you. And what I really love about the word empathize, this is from the book What It Takes to Heal from Francis Hemphill. And I'm going to read it first. Like, empathizing is the embodied act of widening our sphere of care. Listening with an open chest, allowing ourselves to be touched by another without merging with them, maintaining our own center in connection. So I see myself in you. You're not the enemy. I'm really like, hey, what is the thing that you're seeing, and how can I see it with you? How can I become you in a way? And this is really an embodied act. And it looks then something like this. Very reflective. Reflectively, that you really switch to see what is the other also see, because you're getting back. It's a little bit like a story trio when you tell your story. Someone reflect back to you, and you're trying to listen for the gem in a way. And put that me in you. I lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be and the last one from this quadrant, emerging futures, listening from the whole system, is the generative dialogue. And generative is already in the word. It's like things are happening. It's like the last phase of your drawing. When you started with on the paper, you had no idea that the drawing is gonna be the drawing at the end. And maybe we did like 2 minutes or so. You were creating together. And I don't know if you have noticed, but when I asked you to do it in silence, there was like this really moment of silence, and people are just observing, like looking at, oh, you draw this, then you draw, so it's like emerging, so a bit of the flow. And from this level, this listening from one's future self, and really tapping into the collective creativity. It's about the presence and the flow. And what might it look like in listening? Thank you. I was listening for the ball to the next one. But yeah, so this is the 4 levels of listening. And I hope you get a little bit of, with the drawing now, that it makes sense with the different levels. And also just to emphasize, there are no good or bad levels. This is a framework which is noticing. Even you can reflect back to the World Cafe. Which level were you? As an individual, but also as a group. Okay. 4 levels of listening. And with that,